How's it going, guys? Davey here from PhoneBook.com, and in this video we're talking about a question, or more or less frustration, that a lot of you guys have. I certainly have it, which is, why do Android phones take so long to get updated to the next version of the OS? You know, why is it that the iPhone or iOS get updated pretty much as soon as Apple announces it? Why is it that Windows Phone, which this HD7 over here, which is a year and a half old, gets updated to the latest version of the OS, which is Mango 7.5, yet a phone that was more recently released than either of these guys, like the Galaxy Note, just barely got the update to Ice Cream Sandwich, which is the latest version on Android, which is 7 months after the Galaxy Nexus was launched with Ice Cream Sandwich back in November. You know, why is it that this guy just barely got updated? And this is the international unlocked version. Let's not even talk about the carrier branded version on AT&T. For that matter, any carrier branded phone, whether it's HTC, LG, Motorola, or Samsung. I mean, pretty much most phones out there don't have ICS or Android 4.0. Only 8% do, and a big portion of that is due to HTC One series sales and new phones that are coming out with Ice Cream Sandwich. Of course, a lot of phones are being updated just now, but it's still 7 months down the line, which to me is way too long. But, you know, this is turning into a rant, but let me tell you guys, you know, let's go back to the question, why is it that way? So I'm not going to answer that question with my theories because, you know, everybody has their own theories, but I'll go to, you know, somebody in the know, which is an executive from Motorola. Her name is Christy Wyatt, and basically what she says is when Google releases a new version of the software, for example, Ice Cream Sandwich, they do a version that's made specifically for that phone that they work on. So for example, the Galaxy Nexus. So the rest of the Android ecosystem out there doesn't get to see the new software until pretty much we see it. So basically that's part of the delay because they don't get it, you know, as soon as you would think. And you know, that's an issue that at least Apple doesn't have. And anyway, she goes on to say that hardware is the biggest issue when it comes to updating a phone because there's multiple chipsets, there's multiple radio bands for multiple countries on these phones, and that's really what takes a big portion of time to adjust all the firmware to work for that. And then you have the custom UI, of course, which that was one of my major, you know, things. You know, I always thought that it was a custom UI that took all the time for the updates, but yet it seems to be a smaller portion of the hardware. Anyway, it does add on to the amount of time to update your phone. And then lastly, these phones have to get approved by manufacturers because it has a whole bunch of carriers, because it has a whole bunch of carrier bloatware on there, so they have to make sure their apps work. And all these things end up adding on to the amount of time that it takes for you to get updated. That's why it's 7 months down the line, and you know, we still haven't seen updates for your phone. And you know, maybe Jelly Bean 5.0 is going to be coming out soon, and yet your phone's still going to be stuck on Gingerbread, hoping to get Ice Cream Sandwich. So it's kind of ridiculous, but anyway, that's just the way it is. That's the reason. So that's why, you know, if you get a phone like the Nexus, you're not going to have to wait for the carrier to approve it because it's the unlocked HSPA Plus version. Of course, the Verizon version will take a little bit longer to get updated. This is the phone that Google built the software on and builds the software on until they release the next Nexus. So that's another you know, step out of the process, which makes it get updates a little bit faster. And of course, you know, the same hardware is on here. So anyway, that's why the Nexus gets updated faster. On Windows Phone, Microsoft really restricts the hardware that can be used by manufacturers. So a lot of them have the same processors, the same 3-button layout, the same resolution on the screen. Where on Android, you know, it's all over the map. The phones are all different, which is, you know, a great thing about Android, but it comes at a cost. And of course, the iPhone and iOS, Apple knows, you know, the software that's going to be going on this guy from the very beginning. There's only one phone, or at least one recent phone, which is, you know, the 4S. One processor to work with, and it doesn't have any carrier bloatware on here, so they don't have to worry about that either. So that's why this gets updated so fast too. So anyway, just wanted to make a quick video about this to let you guys, you know what's going on. And hopefully, you know, with the new Nexus initiative that Google looks to be rolling out, which I made a video about on their channel, hopefully it means manufacturers get the software in their hands a little bit earlier, and hopefully we can see updates a little earlier. But anyway, that's it for me in this video. Thank you for watching.